Albert Rally through the forests of West Glamorgan in his Austin Metro. But as Gareth Jones discovered, Haverfordwest farmer David Llewellyn didn't have an easy ride.
The normally tranquil Margam Park was the setting for part of this gruelling event. A record 145 cars started this year's Port Albert Rally, the fourth round of the National Championships. 80 miles of rallying around difficult Forestry Commission tracks awaited the competitors. Some were already having difficulty with the course's relatively kind stages.
Cannon, flat 4 engine, and giving us a complete view of the motor car as he spins it beautifully up over the top. Well, this is...
There was plenty of Welsh interest, with Haverfordwest-born David Llewellyn starting the race as favourite in his powerful Metro. And in the big rover was Bob Fowden from Llanelli and Howell Thomas from Neath. They went out in the fourth stage with punctures and a broken gear stick. After 2 stages, co-driver and Swansea sub-postmaster Ed Morgan was in second place in an escort.
Obviously the dust has been the biggest problem. On the very last stage we had to stop, literally come to a standstill because we just could not see where we were going. We got a 2-wheel drive car in front of us, and with the greatest respect to Andrew, who's a terrific driver, we are just catching him up, and then we've got to lose all the time again.
The dust was the least of the problems for David Llewellyn, however. He'd had an accident that had torn off the back of his Metro, lost him 5 minutes, and put the favourite into 113th position. Frantic work repaired the damage, but he wasn't confident about pulling back.
I think the gremlins are well set in. I don't think the favourite has won this rally for, well, I don't think ever. And halfway through the first stage we picked up a puncture, and it was about a mile to the next junction where we could actually get off the road and change it. But the tyre overheated and the tread came off and started flapping round and took the bodywork off, which wasn't really a problem, but also damaged the oil filter. So thus there was oil everywhere, and we tried to tighten it up with what spanners we had, but we didn't have the right size and it was difficult. So we had to stop about 3 times to try and tighten it up in the stage to the end, and we lost just over 5 minutes.
Well, with 5 minutes down now, what are your hopes of winning?
Well, none really, because on such a short event as this, I mean, if it was the RAC and you were 5 minutes down on the first couple of stages, you wouldn't worry about it. But of course, with 70 stage miles and just 6 stages, you've got no chance of pulling back 5 minutes.
It wasn't turning out to be a good day for any of the much-fancied Metros. Number 4, Willie Rutherford, led right up to the last stage, but then a gearbox problem forced him off the road, leaving the field wide open. Astonishing comeback, Dave Llewellyn made up 110 positions, taking minutes off the leaders. It wasn't enough to catch National Championship leader Andrew Wood and Mike Nicholson in the Opel Manta, though. Andrew Wood finished the race at Swansea in the fastest time, with Peter Slights in the escort coming in second. Dave Llewellyn did come third though, so what was his verdict on the performance?
Quite surprised really. I think the computer had us down as 113th after the first stage without problem. And we were hoping to get back into the top 10, but third place is a very big bonus. But the day's been good. We came here to do a bit of testing, and after dropping that time on the first stage, we've been running in a lot of dust behind the other cars, catching the cars and very thick dust. So it's been very good for the testing exercise to find out whether the engine has cured its problem that we had on the Scottish with the dust.